Hey everyone, it's Lexi Swatt here with the Game Day, and today I'm joined by my friend and colleague Albert Wen, aka the Analytics Capper. Albert, how is it going?
Things are going great. It's the NBA playoffs. I can't complain.
Yeah, how could you? But I will tell you who could complain, and that is the numerous athletes that have been troubled during this NBA playoff season. We've got Kawhi Leonard, Trae Young, Chris Paul, Anthony Davis, Luka Doncic. I could keep going down the line. At this point, will the healthiest team win the NBA title?
This one's tough. And don't forget about Giannis. That was a scary knee injury the other night. It looked like his knee went a foot the other direction. Like, I thought he was done. The fact that he was able to get up on his own and walk off, that was crazy. But it is a war of attrition to this year. But I would say this. There are not more injuries, but there are more injuries to the key players, to the stars, and that's what we're seeing. And of course, when you're watching the NBA playoffs, you want to expect to see the best players perform and the best teams play at the peak. And it's tough watching, guys with teams without Anthony Davis or teams without Giannis, but I still enjoy it. I do think the healthiest team is going to win this season, but that doesn't take away from their accomplishments. I mean, more power to them, because sometimes the best ability is availability.
Now, don't get me wrong. This has been an exciting playoffs year. We're going to see some teams in the finals. It's been a long time since they have been in the finals. But are we looking at a diluted product with the playoffs with all these injuries?
I don't think so, because it's still very, very dramatic, right? We still had that Suns crazy alley-oop at the end, the Kevin Durant, Giannis, Chris Middleton game on the East. Like, there's been a lot of drama throughout the playoffs, so it's still exciting to watch. I mean, I did mention it. I expect to watch the best players when I watch the playoffs, and we're not getting that. But it's still a great product. I don't know where the ratings are, but I'm still watching it every night. I'm still having it on mute and trying to just scream really, really softly because my baby's sleeping on the other side. But I love it. I love the NBA. It's still going to be awesome. And no matter who wins this year, it's going to be a great story. It could be Trae, it could be Giannis, or Chris Paul, who's making his first NBA Finals in 15, 16 years.
Now, someone who also has had troubles with the NBA playoffs in his career is Paul George. Paul George also said that the Clippers would have made the finals if Kawhi Leonard was healthy. Is that an excuse, or is that true?
We finally saw playoff P this year, right? He was awesome. He scored more than 20 points in all 19 games. He was a beast. He took that team on his back and really carried them to the Western Conference Finals. But to say that they're going to make the finals with Kawhi is really dependent on him being playoff P. When Kawhi was playing, we didn't see this side of Paul George. We didn't see him take these shots and really be the alpha on the team. So I can't guarantee that they were going to be in the finals. I mean, if Anthony Davis was healthy, would the Lakers be in the finals? I mean, it's just a Pandora's box that I'm not willing to open.
Well, let's open up another Pandora's box. Kawhi's knee injury is very interesting. There's a lot of speculation that he's not as injured as it's being reported, potentially as a way for him to rest his knee to hit free agency this summer. Albert, what do you make of that?
I'm just surprised Kawhi gets injured. I thought he was a robot. I mean, he has no emotion. The guy is just like a beast. And the fact that he hurt his knee after a really good game, like, no one can pinpoint the time or the play that he hurt his knee on. So maybe there is a little conspiracy theorist there, but I would say, I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. He had a terrible, medical situation there in San Antonio where he lost trust in the doctors. I think he's just putting his best interest, making sure his body is right. They were in the Western Conference Finals. I think if he was able to play and make the finals, he would have played. So I'm going to give Kawhi the benefit of the doubt. He spent all that time in Toronto and that summer to get to LA. I don't think he's leaving. I think it's a full long-term plan to stay in LA.
Now, the entire time we've been talking about injuries, but the healthiest team right now still standing are the Suns. Chris Paul was banged up a little bit earlier, but has since recovered. Now they've got a home court advantage in the NBA Finals. Will the Suns finish this thing off and finally win their first NBA Finals?
It's tough, right? Chris Paul did have that shoulder thing. Devin Booker is still working out with his nose thing. Like, he put on a mask in the second half of that last game. So he might be feeling a little injured as well. And the thing with Giannis, the reports are saying there's no structural damage. So if they get through this round and he returns in the finals, that's actually also a really healthy team if he is close to 100%. I wouldn't pencil in Phoenix right away right now. I know they're, minus 200, minus 210 in most books to win the finals, but I still like the Bucks. I could be a little biased because I do have a Bucks futures ticket, but give me Giannis. If he can play, I like the Bucks to take the whole thing.
We will find out shortly if Giannis will be back in the playoff playing picture. Until then, we still have 3 remaining teams that will make for an exciting NBA Finals, no matter how this Eastern Conference Championship wraps up. I'm Lexi Swatt here with Albert Wen. As always, keep it locked in to the game day for any of your sports betting needs.